Let's move on to Durk, bro. Like, what should I address? Cause I'm gonna address this because it's the actual case that he's fighting. That's the other shit. We can get into that in a second. Yeah, bitch. Um, Lil Durk warned his OTF crew and group text messages that quote unquote someone gonna tell before getting arrested. Quote unquote, as long as we don't break, they can tell them whatever. So Lil Durk always knew someone. Here it goes right here. Lil Durk always knew someone close to him was a government informant, telling OTF DD and other OTF members and group text messages not to break if anyone started telling. This was revealed after the feds released text messages from Little Durk's iCloud. Mm. And he gonna tell as long as they don't break. Man, what is this? What is the official? Okay, this is the. I hate trying to read the fucking official court documents. It always looks stupid. They put a watermark all over it too. Among other things, the government identified numerous text messages by and between enterprise members discussing racketeering activity alleged in TSI, including communications about identifying suspects, informants, among others. For example, in August 2023, defendant Bank sent a group text message to co-conspirators and enterprise members, including defendant Wilson, stating that a suspected government informant and what does that say? See, look, they're down. Is that the watermark or is it? I think it says government informant and I think, don't quote me, shooter during the Los Angeles 2022. I mean, during the 2022 Los Angeles murder of SR. I think SR is Sarai, whatever his last name is. That's Lil Pat. Was but during the 2022 Los Angeles murders of Lil Pat was quote unquote just ready to snitch blood clear, just ready to snitch blood clear as day, and quote unquote he gonna tell. Defendant Banks then reassured the group, sending a follow up text that stated, quote unquote, as long as we don't break, they can tell them whatever. Oh, so they're saying okay. A few months ago, it was released or whatever that they got Durk's iCloud. I don't know if it was a few months ago when the case first started, but I do remember it being released that they got a hold of Lil Durk's iCloud. And so I guess in his iCloud, they found text messages, and this was they said this was August of 2023. Now August of 2023 was a few months after Lil Durk had released Almost Healed. Lil Durk they booked Lil Durk in October 2024. I think it was October 2024. It was right after his birthday. It was right. He had a big birthday celebration or whatever. And then right after that, it was 2024. Now August in 2023. This was a few months after the Almost Healed album. Few months after the Almost Healed album. So and Durk was this, and I guess they're saying that he sent text messages to the co-conspirators, the Enterprise members, which I say is a criminal enterprise. That's why the word enterprise keeps coming up, including defendant Wilson, and I think Wilson is Deesky, which is OZFDD. And he's basically saying just ready to snitch blood and clear his day. So like whoever they're talking about, they're saying whoever they're talking about is ready to snitch and he gonna tell. So whoever Durk was talking about in these messages to the other OTF members, they're trying to say, okay, look, this guy's ready to tell. It's clear as day. He's telling. We need to stand firm. Whatever he tells, I don't know if Durk is trying to say, okay, whatever he tells isn't strong enough to convict us as long as we all just stay strong and we don't, as long as we don't budge and we don't break, maybe what he has to say isn't enough to put us away for a long time, is enough to convict us, period. Or if he does know everything the guy Durk is accusing of telling, maybe he knows everything, but hey, stand strong. We don't, who knows? Who knows? Who, like, dog, nobody knows. This could be bad. This could be really bad. It sounds really bad, you know. In a case like this where the evidence is fragile, the best evidence they can get in this whole Durk case is the best evidence they can get in this Durk case is some kind of testimony or some kind of witness statement. Look at the Durk bar. Delete my iCloud if I think they really on me though. When trial come, it ain't your phone. It be your homie told. Yeah, man, it's all the play. Hey, this is AI. It's AI, man. Durk ain't get caught doing nothing. Cause you don't, bro. If you don't know, like the case for Durk in this murder for hire when it comes to the Lil Pap thing is so weak that they weren't charging him for this murder right here. Now, this murder for hire was the one for his brother, D-Thing. And they're telling on Lil Durk, two alleged killers of Stefan Mack have both pled guilty and admitted they were paid for the murder. Now, this was for they're saying that Durk paid these two dudes to go and get the guy, or go get some of the guys that allegedly took out his brother D Thing. So, but Durk wasn't being charged for this one. This was under investigation. This was under investigation, and this guy right here, these two guys, they were being charged for the murder, but Durk was never charged for this. Now they've been trying to connect Durk to this, but they haven't officially charged him. And Lord knows why they haven't officially charged them. People don't know if it's just they're trying to see what's going to happen with the Quando Rondo case, or if they don't, like, who knows. But this guy at the top right here, he got, when he was apprehended and booked and went to jail and whatever, he told his cellmate, he was telling his cellie everything. Like, he went in there and had a TED talk with his cellie and told him everything. And I think he might have even included Durk in it, which is horrible. And he was also at the AHA video shoot. They got like a boatload of evidence from that. But he was at the AHA video shoot. He told his cellie everything. So I guess he just put this dude at the bottom in a position where, like, okay, they say we have this evidence. Your cellmate already told, so now they're both pleading guilty. And it seems like, well, it's now being reported that they're not just pleading guilty, they're also snitching. And which is why you cannot plead guilty with co-defendants, bro. Bro, I don't know why motherfuckers think you can do this shit, bro. That's how, bro. Y'all niggas gotta stay out the streets, bro. Y'all gotta stay out the streets. Bro, when you have a co-defendant, you cannot plead guilty, my nigga. You can't do that shit, bro. Having a co-defendant and pleading guilty is telling, because they're going to give you a deal, and in the deal you have to admit to doing what they're accusing you of. So if your co-defendant is saying, "Nah, I ain't do shit," and then you sit here and write your name on an agreement saying that we did that shit, nigga, that's telling. You can't do that. Nigga, you can't have a co-defendant and plead guilty. That's telling. If your co-defendant is saying we didn't do it, and then you plead out and say we did do it, nigga, what the fuck is that? You cannot plead guilty with a co-defendant. So I don't know. Hold on. So we got to see it. I don't know if these niggas is naming names, but they're saying, yo, we were paid to do this murder for hire. And then after what this nigga at the top already done told his cellmate, nigga, these niggas is telling, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. A lot of y'all niggas gotta stay out the streets, because it's the same shit with the Gunner case. When Young Thug, Thug could have been out. Thug could have been out of jail earlier than he got out. Thug was saying, yo, YSL ain't even a gang. So this whole Rico racketeering shit, yo, it's crazy. Thug had to go about winning and getting out of jail the way he went about winning and got out of jail, because he couldn't keep saying that YSL wasn't a gang, because niggas like Gunner was saying that it was a gang, and had to took a plea deal, and in the plea deal he admitted it was a gang. So Thug had to take a whole different, and that's why Thug is on 15 years of probation now, because of niggas like Gunner. Thug had to take 15 years of probation because he couldn't keep saying that YSL wasn't a gang, after Gunner took a plea deal saying that YSL was a gang. So if niggas shut the fuck up, niggas get out of jail. So now these niggas took a plea deal and saying, yo, look, we did it, and we is paid to do it. Now, whether or not they're saying, like I said, the dude, he told his celly everything, but you know, they're not charging Durk with this yet. They got to take everything to court, the whole 9 yards. But they did bring this up in the Quando Rondo trial. They brought it up, but they're not officially charging Durk. They're trying to bring it up so they can say, look, Durk is the kind of guy to do a murder for hire, because we have this other separate situation over here where Durk's brother passed and was murdered, and we believe that Durk paid these two guys to go do it, and hey, blase, a guy talked, but they're not officially charging him. But now it's seeming like both of these dudes are talking. So let's just actually look at the evidence. Two men have pled guilty to killing of Stefan Mack and admitted they were hired to carry out the murder for money. Lil Durk is accused of hiring two men, Anthony Montgomery Wilson and Preston Powell, to kill his alleged rival, Stefan Mack. Prosecutors allege the killing was connected to the death of his brother, D-Thing. This is blurry as shit. Defendants, including for defendant Banks under whatever, I don't think I'm going to read that. April 16, 2026. Anthony Montgomery Wilson pled guilty and Northern District of Illinois to use of a firearm during and in retaliation to crime of violence. Parentheses murder for hire for murdering SM Stefan Mack as consideration for the promise and agreement to pay a sum of money from individual defendant Montgomery Wilson further admitted under oath that after murdering Stefan Mack, after murdering SR, what? Defendant Montgomery Wilson further admitted under oath that after murdering SR, what? If y'all remember what I just told y'all, when we were about the Quando Rondo case, SR. Cause they have SR and here's to SR. SR is like Sarai, I think his name's Sarai, don't quote me, like Sarai Robinson or Sarai something. Quando Rondo's cousin is SR. He's Sarai, whatever. Sarai Robinson, Sarai, whatever his last name is. That's Quando Rondo. Now, this is for the murder of Stefan Mack, which happened in Chicago. Lil Pab was murdered in California. So they have, I don't know if this is fake paperwork, but up here it says SM. SM would be for Stefan Mack. Now, but down here it says SR. SR would be Sarai Robinson or whatever the fuck the nigga last name was. I don't know if this is fake paperwork. I don't know if these dudes is really telling. I don't know. But you cannot make this kind of mistake. The federal government can't make this kind of mistake. Now, if the federal government makes a mistake like this on paperwork, that's monumental. Like, that's a monumental hole. Like, if the federal government makes a mistake like this on the paperwork, that's a monumental hole. Like, if they're mixing up names and shit, that's either a telltale sign that they're really fucking up or this is fake paperwork. I'm really interested in seeing which of the two. Because seeing that SR instead of SM really just fucked me up. Because like I said, this is a murder that Durk isn't even being charged for yet. Even if they are telling right now, Durk is not yet being officially charged for this. They're only trying to connect him to it, and they're bringing it up as saying, look, we have reason to believe that he would do the little Pab thing because we have reason to believe that he also did this thing. But he isn't being charged for this. He isn't on trial for this. He isn't being charged for this. None of that. So, the federal government just doesn't make this mistake, and if they do, then you got a hole in your case, and it's looking like some shit sloppy over there. That's a crazy, like, you don't mistake names. Like, if a dude named Tom was murdered, you don't just put in the paperwork, John. It just doesn't happen. It just, that's, what are we talking about? So, and then, like I said, defendant Montgomery is Anthony Montgomery Wilson. This is one of the guys from the, from the Chicago murder. So why would his name be anywhere connected to the Sarai Robinson guy or Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pab? Why would his name be connected? Two different states. But yeah, let me just read the rest of this potentially fake ass paperwork. Under oath, after murdering SR, he collected money that had been offered as consideration for Stefan Mack's murder. Now, are they trying to say that the same guy was... hold on. Are they trying to say that the same guy, Anthony Montgomery Wilson, are they trying to say that he was a part of the Little Pab and the... Hold on, what? Are they trying to say that this Anthony Montgomery guy, are they trying to say that he was a part of the Little Pab and the Stefan Mack hit? Crazy accusation. This is the first time I'm hearing about this. May 13, 2026. Government informed defense counsel that it was considering filing a superseding indictment before the trial that would make Chicago murder of Stefan Mack and the attempted murder of AW in Georgia relevant as direct evidence at trial. May 20th, 2026. Preston Powell pled guilty in Northern District of Illinois to use of a firearm during and retaliation to a crime of violence for murdering Stefan Mack, amongst other things. Defendant Powell admitted that there was cash bounty for Stefan Mack murder and that he participated in conspiracy with Montgomery Wilson to murder and collect the payment. Now, the thing is, these two dudes, think it's about Preston Powell and Anthony Montgomery. These two guys, they're not OTF. They're not OTF. They're not Lamron. They're not. I don't even think they're. I don't even know if they're BDs like Black Disciples like Durk. I don't. I'm not even sure if they're that. Like they're not 300. They're from a different kind of clique or faction in Chicago, and they were known around there as like hitmen, like hired guns. So I don't know if Durk would have somebody like I said. None of this was coming directly through Durk. They're trying to say that all the hits was being sent like specifically. They're trying to say specifically the hit for the Quando Rondo thing, the little pab thing. They're trying to say that was through OTF Vonnie. Now I don't know who did he go through to set up the well allegedly who would he have went through to set up the Stephon Mack murder. Who knows? But are they trying to say that these two dudes who were complete strangers to Durk, allegedly, who Durk allegedly hired as hitmen or just hired guns to go get another local guy in Chicago, that Durk funded these dudes, put them on planes to also go commit a murder in California? Is that what they're trying to say? That now I'm not no, I'm not the judge, but that sounds kind of that sounds a little fucking far fetched, and this is the first I'm hearing about all this hoopla. Actually, this is crazy. Are they trying to say that Durk funded them niggas? Cause that don't make sense. Like I said, the paperwork could be fake. Cause there's no way you mess that kind of thing up like that. There's no way you mess that up. But like I said, Anthony Montgomery Wilson, and Preston Powell were two dudes in Chicago that were looked at as like just young hired guns. So why would Anthony Montgomery be involved in the Stephon Mack and the Lil Pab hit unless you're saying that Durk got these two strangers and trusted one of them enough to do two murder for hires and even flew one of them to California and back? Because both of these dudes are right now in custody in Chicago and Illinois. That sounds crazy. Is this the same bogus ass paper? Yeah, this is the same bogus ass paperwork that we just read. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. What is that? Yeah, I don't know. I have no. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Yeah, that sounds crazy. That's a little too far fetched for me. We're gonna have to wait until Yeah, that sounds crazy to me. I don't know about y'all, but me personally, that sounds crazy. We're gonna have to wait until more evidence is out for sure. We definitely gonna have to wait till more evidence is out for that Durk situation because yeah, that's just a little too far fetched for me. I don't know about y'all, but for me, that's a little too far fetched. But if you made it to this point, shout out to you, man. Hey, man, Instagram low key CGB at low key CGB. TikTok at low key too cold. Instagram at no boundaries MBS. TikTok at no boundaries MBS. Hey, leave a comment on how y'all feel about the situation. Leave a comment about how y'all feel about the situation. If you're watching the VOD, shout out to you. Check out the YouTube at low key. What's my YouTube again? I'm terrible. I don't even know my whole damn YouTube, bro. At low key too cold. Check out the YouTube at low key too cold. If you watching the Twitch VOD, if you watching this on Instagram, shout out to you. Link description, all that good stuff, bro. But yeah, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and until next time, take it easy.